Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV's Job and Class Quests. Today, we're gonna finish off Dragoon by dealing with both Stormbloods and Shadowbringers quests. Why both? Well, because Shadowbringers quest is literally, well, a quest, singular. Shadowbringers was where they started doing the role quests, and as such, they basically phased out the job-specific quests at that point. Apart from, I think, old classes like Dragoon and such, they got one class quest left just to sort of tie up their storylines. That way we wouldn't have to go back to them. Speaking of going back, man, it's always Alberic with these quests, isn't it? Every time I have to come back to Querthus. All right, my man. Friends to return? Oh. Well, this is post-Heavensward, and the dragons at this point are technically friends. Interesting to see their Dragoon attitude towards dragons changing now. Ah, Dekumon. Word of Estinian's disappearance from the infirmary has reached mine ears. Oh right, yeah, he did do that at the end of Heavensward. Effed off and decided to become a bit of a wanderer for a while. Whilst part of me is quite capable of sympathizing with his desire to abandon the Holy See, I do wish he'd said something ere his departure. But then, I suppose it is only to be expected. With Nidhogg slain, the Horde's ranks have fallen into disarray, and they are not the threat they once were. Ishgard has scant need of an Azure Dragoon. Suffice it to say, one would imagine the role of the Dragoon shall similarly be forced to change as we enter this new era of relative peace. However, whilst you may have saved Estinian from the Great Worm, my mind is yet plagued by Halcyone's internal strife. May her alone lend her the strength needed to shake free from the Dragonblood's fierce grip. Oh, are we going to continue with her storyline? You are looking quite well, Sir Arabic, and Master Dekumon. 'Tis a pleasure to see you too. Lord Mortigains, Dekumon and I were just speaking of your daughter. That daughter of mine is in fact why I have sought you out. I was recently handed a letter by a merchant that had passed through the Chocobo Forest. If her word is to be believed, he was entrusted with this message by Halcyon herself. The letter was a call for help. Master Dekumon, she bade you search for her. Well, shit. By the Fury, has she been set upon by heretics once more? Alas, there was no more information in her message. Oh, not a day goes by that I do not pray for her safe return. Dekumon, I must ask that you take up your lance once more to aid your fellow Dragoon. Are you willing? I am. Also, I'm kind of embarrassed that I just straight up forgot about the two nods early in the quest line in the last video. That's what happens when you split your recording up across 2 days sometimes. Thank you, Master Dekumon. Halcyon awaits you in the Travanian Forelands. Please, help her with whatever she requests. That is the plan. Alright. Where are you? There we go. Search for Halcyon at Mare's Oath. Oh, apologies in advance if I sound a little funny in some of these. My sinuses have been giving me trouble lately. I think it's the weather changing, honest. Dekumon! So the letter reached my father. I am sorry for having you journey so far just to meet me. As you well know, I cannot return to Ishgard in my current condition. That said, the Blood's hold on me is not as firm as it once was. This is largely thanks to a new ally of mine. His help has been invaluable in learning to control the dragon within. In fact, I have a mind to introduce him to you. Onkai, Dekumon has arrived. Or? Oh my goodness, she's got a little dragon friend! It is an honor to meet you, hero of men. Much have I heard of you from my father. He would often talk of the warrior that boasts the strength of a dragon. Of course, this means I have to do the dragon voiceover effect again, which makes editing a bit of a pain, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Onkai has been a great friend ever since he first came across me suffering from the Blood's effects. I very much doubt I would be capable of standing here, exchanging words with you were it not for his help. I called you here in order to repay my debt to him. Onkai, tell Dekumon what troubles you. Yes, thank you. Long before I came into this world, in the age where man and dragon were at peace, my father had a consort. But the dragons on war tore them asunder. Father belonged to Hraesvelg's brood, as do I, but this consort was part of Nidhogg's. When Nidhogg demanded vengeance for the wrongs committed against him and Ratatoska, father asked his consort to fly far to the east. She bore no ill will towards man, and while she wanted nothing more than to stay by father's side, she accepted his request and fled the conflict. However, your valiant actions have put an end to the dragons on war. I am positive father's consort will return,
if we inform her of the war's conclusion. Onkai requires your aid to search for his father's consort and bring her back home. However, as she left Dravania some 1,000 summers past, locating her shall be far from an easy task.
Well, that depends on how far east she went.
Under normal circumstances, I would help Onkai myself, but while I am somewhat recovered, I am yet far from being in complete control. That is why I summoned you, Dekumon. Your knowledge of the realm is unparalleled. I beg of you, aid Onkai in his search.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, you have my sincerest thanks, Dekumon. Oh, thank you, Dekumon. I owe you a great of gratitude once more. Regrettably, whilst we know she is somewhere to the east, we are entirely ignorant as to the consort's precise whereabouts. I would suggest you first try asking Sir Albrecht about Dravanian legends, specifically those concerning dragons in the east. Pray report back to me once you have learned something you deem pertinent.
Huh. Speak with Albrecht. Well, back we go. Well, I'm glad to see that both Hostian has recovered from her dragon blood problem, and that she no longer harbors, a grudge against all dragonkind. She's got herself a little dragon friend.
Glad to see you safely returned. Were you able to locate Hostian?
Oh, I did indeed.
I see. She is correct to surmise that formidable dragons are oft made the subject of local legend. I should discuss this with the congregation priest. I have known him to be quite an authority on Dravanian legends. Although, to think that a dragoon once gripped by the sole desire to slay dragons should now wish to help one. 'Tis a queer new world indeed that we inhabit, though not one I dislike. Good. But that matters not. I shall seek out the priest at once and raise your query with him. Pray return anon, and I shall impart my findings unto you.
Oh, I shall be very, very shortly there. As in, we'll be here immediately. The next Dragoon quest will be available upon reaching level 63. Don't worry, I'm already there.
Drowsy Dragons? Ah, Dekumon, just the man I wish to see. We finished examining the Dravanian legends known to us but a short while ago. However, the priest made me make it clear to you that these kinds of legends are oft told in increasingly colorful ways as the years go on. Quite common it is for a mere scalekin or puck to, with the keeper's help, transform into a fearsome dragon. I suppose it should come as little surprise. Legends gain fame by capturing the imagination of the masses. It would not do for an unadorned winged lizard to be the protagonist.
That's true enough.
But let us put the issue of authenticity to one side for the moment. I have surmised the first tale which seemed most relevant on this piece of parchment. Pray put it to use in your search. Oh, and lastly, tell Hostian that she is ever in my thoughts.
Maybe I should also tell her that she's free to come back to Ishgard, now that the Inquisition is over, and there's no big problem, and everyone knows that, all Ishgardians are basically descended partially from dragons, and... figures. Never gonna let me tell her. Alright, Hostian, I have a lead.
Would that parchment happen to be for mine eyes?
It would indeed, ma'am. Here.
Yes, I would never forget Sir Albrecht's exquisite handwriting. This information shall be of great use, I am sure. Let us see. It seems he thinks we ought to commence our search with the slumbering worm of Girabania. This is my first time seeing these patterns at menus. Fascinating indeed that you can share information in such a manner. Dravanian history is chronicled not with letters but through song. These verses have taught me much about Forhim, my father's consort.
Well, thankfully the name doesn't sound familiar, so it's not one I've slayed.
Forhim, you say? Well, knowing her name can only aid the search. Dekumon, pray accompany Onkai to the ruins of the first Rolga temple in the fringes. Sir Albrecht states that this is where the origins of the slumbering worm lie. The journey ahead is long, and it will benefit us not to delay our departure any longer. Whistle for me when you have reached our destination, and I shall come to your side.
Alright, summon Orkai. I'm amazed he can hear me from how far away he probably was.
It would seem man is capable of using lots of styles when creating buildings. I had been expecting something similar to those found in the churning mists. Let us venture inside and see if Forhim cannot be found.
I expected a nod there.
Dekumon!
Eh? What's up? Oh. That's not what we're looking for.
Your help, if you please.
Sure. I don't mind a little sparring match. It's just random freaking construct just sitting there staring at us. Don't worry, this won't take long. I'm under attack. I'm no longer under attack. Easy enough. Didn't even use the right global cooldown there.
I had been admiring the craftsmanship of man when it suddenly moved towards me, though I struggle to believe this is what the legends refer to as the slumbering worm.
Ah, dear Dekumon, I did not know you too were researching the slumbering worm.
Wait, you know of the slumbering worm? We have journeyed here for the very purpose of meeting that dragon.
You Dravanians could do with studying up on your history. The time when one could meet the worm has long since passed. The High Priest Heimat, also known as the Slumbering Worm, departed this world over 300 years ago.
The slumbering worm was a mere man?
Oh, but of course. Why would you think otherwise? Well, the worm part. Heimat was a monk of renown for his mastery in meditation, though when necessary he was quite capable of harnessing his worm-like strength to trounce his foes. He earned the Slumbering Worm alias after 100 men, however, fell asleep. We should probably leave. This lecture could go on for several hours.
Well, it seems we must begin our search anew. I worry I too might become a slumbering worm should I listen to this tiring man any longer. Let us pay a visit to Sir Albrecht instead. Anyone Hostian holds in such high regard could surely aid our hunt.
There, more nods. Bye, Eric. God, he's still going, isn't he? He's still going! I don't even think he's noticed we've left yet. Oh, there he goes, he's finally noticed. My man was hard in the lecture mode. Huh. Aw, look at you two making friends. Good evening, Dekumon. Our friend here has informed me as to the truth behind the legend. My apologies for not looking deeper into the story before bringing it to your attention. Your next destination lies in the far east. Tell me, Dekumon, have you set foot in the region before? Oh yeah. A port city called Kugane. Sounds positively fascinating. I imagine it would not be a fine place to begin looking into this next legend. Regrettably, I should not think Onkai will be able to accompany you on this journey.
But how do you expect to find Fulham without a dragon in tow?
Your plight is well understood, Onkai. It is truly a shame your wings do not match your ambition. Though, mayhap I have not fully considered all options available to us. We do owe you a great debt for all you have done for Hostian. Allow me some time, and I shall see to it you are able to follow Dekumon to the far east.
Oh, you have my thanks, Sir Albert. Oh, I wish I could set off at this very moment. Perhaps a spot of hunting would be enough to calm me down. Pray call me when preparations are complete.
I fear for the local wildlife. At the very least, we now know that Hostian will not have wanted for company since leaving Ishgard. Sadly, I may struggle to secure passage from the east in quite a timely manner as he would like. Pray keep your landsom honed. There is no knowing just what you shall face in Othard. Oh, I faced some shit in Othard. Next up, Serpent and the Sea of Rubies. Ah, Dekumon. It pleases me to tell you that I have at last discovered a means to have our young friend safely transported to Kugane. He may not like it, though. I have reached an agreement with an owner of an establishment in the area. I believe its name was Bocassine Hot Springs. Converse with him once you arrived in Kugane, and he shall tell you Onkai's whereabouts. I took the liberty of making the little one aware for a few local legends. Hopefully they shall aid you in your search for Fornham. They said that they had to send him freight, didn't they? I haven't been in Kugane in quite a while. Come one, come all! Burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There is naught that the mystical waters of the Bocassine Hot Springs cannot heal! Can it heal a little dragon who's basically looking for his mama? Oh, you say your name is Dekumon? Why, a package just arrived for you. I shall fetch it right this instant. Oh my god, he really did have to travel freight! Oh my god.
Someone, anyone, release me from this icy prison.
Poor guy. Seriously, could you at least give him some air holes?
was that blasted Dragoon thinking? It is all well and good for him to tell me to simply sleep through the journey. He is not the one stuffed in a crate full of ice crystals. And the boat, oh how it rocked. Admittedly, he is right in thinking dragons capable of entering a long sleep-like state, but we are not bears. We do not require freezing cold temperatures to achieve this. Oh, my fangs are like icicles. But that said, I must admit I enjoyed my best sleep for many a year. Oh, at any rate, now we are both here, we can resume the search for him. Before I was unceremoniously stuffed into that crate, Sir Arabic told me of the legend of Seiryu, a dragon regarded as a guardian of the Far East.
Okay, it's definitely not Seiryu because we already fought that dragon.
Though something tells me this would not have had much luck with the tale either. The story has existed for several thousand years. Him only came to these lands a mere millennium ago. Sir Albrecht agreed that the story most worth their attention was that of the Serpent of the Ruby Sea. This came into being much more recently. I suggest you visit Isari and try asking the residents if they know anything that might be of help. Whistle for me once you feel you have found something I should know.
I want to see, is Cocker going to say anything? I am still struggling to believe my eyes. That was a genuine dragon! A more auspicious omen I could not have wished to see. That's cute that he actually reacts to this. This looks like the only spot and the only person I can talk to. What is that now? Am I familiar with the Serpent of the Ruby Sea? You will struggle to find someone here that is not. Not a day of my childhood passed without my grandmother telling me that fairy tale. These days, hearing the opening line of it alone puts me to sleep in an instant. All children that dare swim out into the deep blue sea are sure to become the sea serpent's tea. Oh my, I nearly fell asleep right there. Imagine that this is all anyone of my age will be able to tell you. Try asking the elderly woman over there if you want to know more. Elderly woman, you say? Well, I don't mind if I do. Here we are. Wise woman. Perfect.
You would have me tell you of the fairy tale of the Serpent of the Ruby Sea? Oh dear child, that is no mere fairy tale. Head on over to the Coral Banquet if you do not believe me. You shall find a horror beyond your wildest nightmares. Its nose misses nothing, especially not the blood of men. There's merely a tale of wounded pirates falling overboard, being swallowed alive before they could plant a hand on the ship they fell from.
I don't know if the consort is a seagoing dragon. I think we've got the wrong beastie again. You know, not the least of which the fact that this is a quest that is, not the 71. Alright, let's try this again. Come on out, little dragon.
Does it seem like the Serpent could be Falheim?
I don't think so, but we should check just to be sure.
While it is true we dragons do hunt by following our prey's scent, I have not known our kind to swallow men whole. The idea strikes me as awfully barbaric. While I doubt this will lead us to Falheim, my curiosity has been piqued, and I cannot simply leave this mystery unsolved.
I agree.
It is also a brilliant excuse for me to engage in a bit of hunting. We cannot hope to draw out the beast without bait after all. Head to the Coral Banquet, and I shall join you shortly.
I imagine this is just going to be like one of those sea snakes.
Father never mentioned to you in this slow, Dekumon. I have already hunted a beast that will doubtless lure out the Serpent, and I still arrived here long before you. I shall go ahead and hurl the bloody meat into the sea. Pray deal with any hungry creatures that are drawn to us.
Ah, there it is, Serpent of the Ruby. Oh God, that's a beastie looking thing. Whew. There you go. Oh wow, I made it all the way to the third part of my combo.
Well, I do not know about you, but that was somewhat bigger than what I was expecting. We may have failed to find Falheim, but in our place we have gained a delicious supper.
Well, for you at least, I'm not eating that thing.
Now we have the serpent's meat. Let us head back to Boskin Hot Springs. The last one back has to prepare dinner.
Dammit. You're gonna automatically beat me there. Crud. Well, at least I have, you know, a lot of levels in Culinarian, so I can whip up something halfway decent. Ah, there you are. Hiding out back at the hot springs.
Oh, Dekumon, good to see you returned at last. I must confess I was unable to resist the meat's succulent call, and before I knew it, I had devoured the vast majority of our spoils. Please do help yourself to whatever is left. I have stored the scrap leftovers in the crate I was sent here in. Pay no attention to anything that may resemble teeth marks. Those are indentations created by the ice. Oh, anyone could see through that lie. I am sorry, Dekumon. I do hope my greed has not upset you too much.
Aww. That was never one for me. Yeah, why didn't you leave me any good morsels? No. It's all yours, Ornkai. It's all yours.
Oh, truly. After hearing of your feats of strength from Sir Albrecht, I assumed you must feed upon tons of meat every day. Regardless, meat is far from our primary concern for the moment. I am beginning to wonder if the day we find Vorheim will ever come. But I must not allow myself to lose my heart so easily. There are still plenty of legends for us to look into. Hope is far from lost. Pray continue to grant me your support, Dekumon.
I will indeed, because we've got 2 more quests before your little quest line ends. Dark as the Night Sky, 68 quest.
Hello there, Dekumon. I must say, I could get used to life in the Far East. Unlike those in Ishgard, Yingans harbor no ill feelings toward Astravanians. You should really hear some of the things Karaku says. He keeps remarking that he wants me to stay here for eternity when he introduces me to new people. It seems he believes quite strongly that dragons bring good luck.
Huh. Maybe we should look into legends like that.
Oh, but what is that expression I see on your face? Could it be jealousy? Oh, Dekumon, do not worry yourself. You shall be just as popular here one day. More importantly, one of the new friends I have made through Kakaru mentioned that he knew something that might prove relevant to our search. I was just about to go and meet him now. Why don't you accompany me?
Okay. Personally, I feel like Cocker is just using you to drum up business, but sure. Orn buddy, I'm not too fond of meeting under the bridges like this.
Give me a moment. I shall call him now. It is I, Orn Kai.
I swear to God, oh God damn it, I knew it was gonna be one of you little shits.
And listen, most sincere apologies to you and yours for the wait. Yes. What? Dekumon? Oh, do not worry, no more betrayals. Sworn on all the Kami creation I have. Yes.
Dekumon, you have already made Gyudo's acquaintance?
Come to hear about dragon legends. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is a place that comes to mind. The Azim Steppe. You can get there by following the one river, home to old Namazu. Go way upstream, and you will reach the steppe. Yes. It is here that the monstrous dragon, as dark as the night sky, is said to slumber.
I swear to God, this is just gonna refer to Magnus, isn't it? Or Magni.
Dark as the night sky, you say?
No more information do I have. Go to the marketplace on the Azim Steppe, known as Reunion. You may find the answers you seek there.
Oh, this could be the one, Dekumon. The Horde was home to many a dark-scaled dragon after all. Let us hurry to Reunion.
Okay. Man, we are getting a lot more nods in this one than we did in Heaven's Word. Orc-guy's got himself some admirers. Lots of little admirers. Did it just speak? It's so scaly.
Well, as these energetic children have come to me, it feels only natural that I try questioning them first. Perhaps your time would be best spent asking some of the more mature Aura if they know anything of the dragon Gyudo mentioned.
Ah, that's so cute. Yeah, no surprise there. The Kester never talked to anybody. It seems you would be better served asking elsewhere. What were you expecting? You put a quest marker on a character that refuses to talk. A black dragon in these parts. Sure, I know of it. The storytellers say the fiend awakens once every few decades and goes on a wild rampage. When it's at its fill of destruction, it returns to its lair in the northwestern mountains and slumbers. If any tribe were able to slay such a beast, it would bring them great honor. We Orani have had our eyes on it for some time. Oh dear. That could be trouble. Ma'am?
You are looking for a dragon, are you? I did hear there's been a sighting recently. First one in 100 years, apparently. Not that I believe any of that nonsense. It would not surprise me if the whole story was dreamed up by some fool Oranir in his cups again.
Huh. Alright. Well, at least we have some semblance of a lead. Caves to the northwest.
Dekumon, help. These children, they're not playing nice. I do not suppose you have fared any better.
Actually, I might have.
and it's said to live in the northwest. If the dragon has truly been sighted recently, our timing is perfect. I am glad we did not come this far, only to find it in the midst of a deep slumber. Let us head for the mountains to the northwest. Now, children, do you not think it time you were making your way back to Mummy and Daddy? We grown-ups have business to attend to.
We grown-ups, he says. Aw, they look disappointed even. Maybe I should bring Orkaya back around to play with the kids again. Uh-oh. This one's a duty calls. That's not a good sign.
This seems as good an area to commence our search. Ready to get started, Dekumon?
Mm-hmm. I figured we'd save any duty calls for level 70.
Well then, let's just see if we cannot... Wait, what is that smell?
Smell? Oh, it's the damn Oranir from earlier. The one who wanted to hunt the dragon. And he's drunk too.
Are we about to learn that the locals refer to this warrior as a black dragon?
Oh, you want to on the hunt for this dragon? Oh god, I got a stitch right now.
Hunt? Perish the thought. We have come to speak with it.
Now I've heard everything. Speak, you say? When did dragon start speaking? Oh, wait, the one next to you. Crap. You may be calm and willing to talk, but I assure you that black-scaled monster is not in the mood. It has thrashed 8 of our finest warriors. We are disgraced, but I must inform our Khan of the battle's outcome.
Well, he certainly was not interested in staying here any longer. Come along, Dekumon. I think we may have finally found Valheim this time.
Maybe. Now the question becomes, who am I fighting in this duty calls? Is it Valheim or is it the Oranir? Speak with Orn Kai and seal on, huh? Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's a black dragon, all right. Is that Valheim? It is her, I am sure of it, yes. Ah! Protect Orn Kai by defeating Wow! Just instant dick! Oh shit. This one's actually using abilities. Right, don't have ride and thrust, obviously. Just keep it up. Oh, going for the wings. See this gag again, huh? Bitch. Just volned us? That's not fun. Alright, wings are down. Is that it? Can we calm down now if you really are Valheim?
Valheim, I beg of you, listen to me.
I don't think she's much in the mood for listening.
She's mad with fury. My voice does not reach her. This clash will only end if one of you perishes. Let us retreat for now and rethink our approach.
All right. I don't want to kill the mother after all. So we found her, but she's kind of got a rage problem. All right, little buddy. How are we dealing with this,
We have come so far and overcome so many obstacles. Yet when we finally meet Valheim, we cannot even speak with her. My apologies, Dekumon, but pray return to reunion without me. I need some time to take all of this in. Perhaps a spot of hunting would help clear my mind.
Yeah, we gotta clear this up before the Oranir actually managed to kill her. Oh, no kids around this time, huh?
Yes, I am somewhat calmer now, Dekumon. Thank you for asking. The key to all of this is discovering the source of Valheim's rage. Once we know this, we can decide our next move. Pray give me some time. I will not allow our journey to end in failure.
That's all right, little one. We'll help her out in Dragon Sound. This is the last Stormblood quest.
Ah, Dekumon, nice to see you again. Pray forgive me. I have not made any progress in ascertaining the reason for Valheim's rage. It is truly pathetic. I have been alive far, far longer than you, and yet have nothing to show for it.
Yeesh.
Surely you do not think me younger than you? I may be small, but you should know that we Dravanians live far longer than any man.
Yeah, I know that, but I kind of figured the little ones would still be within their first few years.
Wait, we do live an awfully long time. Dekumon, I think I may have got it. Dravanians live for eons. I have heard tales from Gulliburst of dragons going into seclusion for centuries while carrying grief in their hearts. Ultimately, they are unable to bear the strain, and it breaks something fundamental within them. Many a year will need to pass before I come of age to choose a consort, but I believe they help in saving oneself from the abyss of isolation. This is why your kind elects to marry, is it not?
Well, among other reasons. We marry for love. We marry to save our race from extinction. I have no idea why anyone marries. Love is one of the big ones, but yeah.
Love? But that sounds fairly similar to our reason for choosing a consort. Regardless, I am almost certain that Valheim's fury was caused by the profound loneliness she has endured over this past millennium. Leaving father's side after they spent so long together must have caused her intense pain, anguish. The question is, how do we heal her pain?
Well, if your father's still around, maybe we should go get him. Oh, you again. I see you two survived your talk with the dragon. Was it as fruitful a discussion as you had hoped for? Not that it matters much. A group of Kestri merchants have pooled their resources and hired a hunter said to be quite handy with a lance. I have my doubts he's capable of slaying the worm, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch him try. I'm gonna watch It's a Stinian.
I wonder who the dragon slayer in question could be. I struggle to imagine there are many men with the skill to go toe-to-toe with a dragon like Valheim. However, if he is truly a threat, then we cannot risk him reaching her before us. We may not have a plan, but we have little choice. Come, Dekumon, let us hurry to where we last saw Valheim.
Man, game was just like, yeah, you're gonna get out of the cutscene and then you get the quest accepted jingle. I still think we should just go and get the father, but I don't think we have the time. And to no surprise, it's another duty calls. Alright, back in we go. Alright.
Where is she? We must find her before that hunter does.
'Tis good to see you again, warrior of light. Oh my god, it was a Stydian! What are you doing here, man? It would seem we two Azure Dragoons share one target. Though I suppose neither of us still hold that mantle. Old habits do not die so easily.
The Azure Dragoon of Ishgard?
And who exactly is your diminutive friend, Dekumon? Yeah, that's the little one here. A journey to the far east in search of an ancient worm's consort. Quite a tale indeed. At the end of my own journey, I chose to continue my travels and eventually found myself in the far east. It was here that word of the dragon you seek reached mine ears. It had been my intention to act as an intermediary between man and dragon, assuming the beast could be reasoned with. If not, I was prepared to brandish my lance. Regardless, I would wager that the young one has the right of it. What is more, she is doubtless still suffering from the effects of Nidhogg's hateful dirge that summoned the Horde. The Dreadworm's hold over his brood was absolute. His unquenchable thirst for vengeance spread through the Horde, leaving none untouched. To think one of them was able to resist his call to decimate Ishgard. It should come as no surprise that she would succumb to madness. The worm spent a millennium in solitude resisting Nidhogg's demands for vengeance. I can think of but one way she may be saved. We weaken her enough that she is willing to listen to reason.
We have already tried that approach. It did not work last time, and I very much doubt repeating it will change anything.
I do not advocate the same approach, little one. I would have you do more than simply talk to her. Nay, you shall use your roar. That is the only way you can hope to let her know the war is ended, that her consort awaits her in the skies above.
My roar?
You have the two dragoons that bested Nidhogg at your side. There is naught to fear. All you need to do is harness your roar to clear the haze that clouds the worm's eyes.
I shall do my best. Should we fail again, I fear we may not be blessed with another chance. Pray lend me your strength, Azure Dragoons.
A tag team with a Stynian. I was not gonna call that one. Let us depart. The frenzied dragon awaits us on Bottom's Metal. The time is nigh to free her from war's tragedy. Weaken Falheim. Dude, I don't know if you could put out enough aggro to hold her attention, but you're welcome to try. I'm just going balls out and blasting her. Whew. Boy, she took all of that and just did not care. Well, I am down synced. Uh-oh. I'm gonna move that. I don't think that's meant to be anywhere near anyone. Oh, I see. We're playing this guy. Not enough charges. Come on, Falheim. Ooh. That tickled. Okay, that's starting to get a little irritating there, man. She's still just going strong here. Oh. They synced up. Sorry, Stynian. Trying not to drop it on your head. I just used elusive jump. Oh, fine. You're gonna force me to use it, huh? I just used elusive jump. It's got a cooldown, Stynian. I'm waiting. I have to wait. I used it at the worst fucking time. There we go. Ow! God damn, that hurt. Uh-oh. I would rather not get hit with this bullshit. Nope. Whew. Okay, that was just a hair bit hairy at the end. Just a wee little bit. All right, have we thumped her sufficiently? Do we have another round going? With me! Mm-hmm. Oh, double limit break. God damn. We're not trying to kill her. Now, little one, roar with all your being.
Falheim, hear my cry.
Eh?
Why? Why must we go to war? I have no ill will. No desire to fight. I have only silence. A most deafening silence.
Not enough. Hit her harder. Crap.
It is no use. I cannot reach her.
Oh, for Dolphinir.
Do not be so quick to abandon hope, my son.
Oh, I was right. Here comes Daddy. Holy crap, he's good size. Oh, that's Twintanya's model.
I am come for thee, dearest Falheim.
I think you need to give her the roar, yeah?
Those wings of white, long have they filled my dreams. Verdorfnir, my love.
Wow, I didn't realize he was smaller than her.
Father.
Aww. See, I was right. All we needed was Daddy to fix this problem.
Noble dragoons, Onkai, I give you my thanks. Were it not for your succor, I would not have been reunited with my beloved.
Allow me to thank you as well. I had truly thought Verdofnian lost to me. Mere words will scarce be enough to convey mine appreciation.
It's no big deal. Ah, he's so happy. You know, start yourselves a little colony here in the Asum Steppe, huh?
When the conflict began 1,000 years past, Nidhogg demanded we exact vengeance upon man. However, I refused to allow his hatred to take root within me. I could not bring myself to forget the days when I soared the azure skies with Verdofnir, night on back.
Ah.
A dragon cannot simply shut her ears to her sire's call. To do so would cause her great torment. Thus I bid for him flee to the east, that she might live in peace until the final strains of the dragon song war did fade to an end. Duty bound to protect Zenith, I remained behind in Travania, but ever did I regret not following my heart and my beloved. 'Twas after she left for eastern lands that thou didst come into this world, my son.
Now I see why I was given a name meaning one born of sadness. Alas, I fear I will never be your match, father. Vornhem barely even noticed my roar. Belittle not your efforts, Onkai. I should not have known to come here were it not for thy roar. It reached mine ears, strong and clear, as I soared the skies above. Father. Well, I suppose you are quite keen to talk with Vornhem. It's been quite some time since you last met, after all.
Oh, they're gonna do a lot more than talk. We should probably clear out.
Let us make haste. I am not used to seeing my father so enamored.
Yeah, I don't think you're old enough for this, buddy. We're gonna have to censor this next scene here with a fade out. That was a rather sweet little end to that.
I give both of you my sincerest thanks. I find myself especially indebted to you, Dekumon. Our adventures investigating this legend shall live long in my memory. And you, Azure Dragoon, your strength far exceeds the tales I have heard.
Your words are appreciated, but the appellation is unnecessary. I have long since left that life behind. My past experiences with Nidhogg made me eager to see Vonheim saved. When the Dread Worm took me as his vessel, that's putting it mildly, I felt his mad heart's palpitations as mine own. There was no end to the sadness and distress that flowed from his soul. However, it was this ordeal that allowed me to harness the dragon within, whilst retaining my sense of self. As for me, I just kicked his ass. You want to be capable of the same by now, Dekumon. It shall doubtless serve you well in battles to come.
If you are truly done with your old title, then I have a proposal for a new one, the Crimson Dragoon. Much more befitting now that the two of you fight alongside dragons, harnessing their strength as your own.
I could see myself warming up to this new name. The best of luck to you, Onkai. I expect you to be as strong as your father the next time our paths do cross. Warrior of Light, I look forward to the day when we are able to fight side by side once more. Keep well. Nice. I don't honestly remember Astidian showing up in main Stormblood.
He shall have nothing to worry about. I will become just as capable as father, so that I may someday soar the skies with a dragoon like you on my back. Thank you once again for everything, Dekumon. It is time for me to begin the journey home with father and Volheim, but know that I will ever be in your debt. I sincerely hope that this is not the last of our adventures.
Might be a few centuries before he's big enough to carry one of us on his back, though. Fighting alongside your friends stirs the blood of the dragon within. Yep, I was right. This is Nastrond. And that's the end of the Stormblood line. You must have completed the main scenario quest, Shadowbringers. You have to beat the Shadowbringers main story to see the Shadowbringers Dragoon quest line. And the role quest. You have to do the role quest too. Alright, time for the first and last of the Shadowbringers Dragoon quests. Only one we get! Gone, but not forgiven. Oh, I do not like that picture. Ah, Dekumon. It has been too long since last we spoke. Hasn't been that long. Your visits are far more frequent than those of another former student of mine, however. It would seem he still prefers to keep his own company. The same could be said of Halcyon, who has made quite a name for herself as a hunter in Travania, according to Orn Kai. Ah, what fortunate timing. Speak of the dragon, and he shall appear. Is he still a little squirt, or is he... No, he's still a little squirt. No surprise there.
Greetings. Would I be correct in guessing you have returned fresh from one of your adventures?
I travel to a world beyond our own. I lay to rest the dreaded Andrea in a land known as Novarant, yeah. I travel to a world beyond our own. Yeah, this is after Shadowbringers. This is after we came back from the first. Tell my tales.
To think that such a place could truly exist.
And that you have fought such terrifying foes. To fall from so far from grace. 'Tis a tragic tale if ever I heard one.
One similar to that of Nidhogg.
Aye, though nothing will ever compare to his malice. He got a whole expansion all to himself. Even death could not quell his thirst for vengeance. At least Andrea was not nearly so consumed by hate. I doubt not that Rendell Ray's soul is at peace. Ah, so we told them the whole story of the melee DPS Shadowbringers role quest.
Peace. I wonder if Nidhogg ever found it.
I fear his soul yet lingers, doomed to wander endlessly.
Oh, that is too cruel a fate, even for him.
I share your sentiments, for as the Azure Dragoon I once gazed into his heart, as he gazed into mine. Such rage, such sorrow.
I will not accept this. That none should mark his passing as more than I can bear. What say you, Dekumon?
Perhaps we could honor who he once was, if not what he became. I too was an Azure Dragoon. Albrecht speaks true. Yeah, exactly. He may have lost himself to rage, but he was still, you know, probably a decent dragon beforehand.
Then we are in agreement. Though I must admit that as part of Hreysturga's brood, I have little knowledge of Nidhogg. A deeper insight is needed if I am to properly pay my respects.
Well, it's a good thing we saved your mother dearest in the last quest, isn't it?
Forgiveness of his brood. If anyone would know, it is her. Let us make haste for Zenith.
Alright. To Zenith we go. Here we are.
Vonhan is come.
Oh, alright. Ooh. I can hear her. I guess they didn't want to animate her coming in. Not for a single job quest. Also, I don't think they have an animation of this big dragon style flying much.
Welcome, noble Dragoon. Orn Kai has explained all. Pray tell, what was Nidhogg to you?
A relentless adversary. The wellspring of my strength. Yeah, he was, first and foremost, an adversary.
And much more. For through his power, you are forever joined.
Yeah, that's true enough.
Two souls entwined by fate. Though you have faced Nidhogg's wrath and sensed his pain, you cannot know him as we dragons once did. We would fain hear his tale. Nidhogg was without equal, even among our kind.
Was not expecting to get a big Nidhogg backstory here.
Destined was he to guard this world from the catastrophe that befell the Dragonstar in place of his sire.
Oof. Yeah, the catastrophe of the Dragonstar! Little Endwalker prelude there.
He valued strength above all else, and considered the affairs of mortals beneath his notice. Only the 7 great worms were worthy of his attention, and among them, none but Ratatoska truly understood him. Her song was beautiful indeed, and she graced both dragon and man with her wisdom. She was invited by Thordan, king of men, to speak on our behalf. Ratatoska expressed our desire to live in harmony, However, it was known that Nidhogg did not share these views. When the king asked her how her brother saw mankind, she did not hide the truth. He believed that such frail creatures were incapable of protecting this star, that the task must be entrusted to the 7 great worms alone. And that is why Thornton slew her? Ratatoska had no intention of sowing discord, but the king could not countenance that his kind would be treated with such contempt that we dragons would seek to claim this star as our own. He turned on Ratatoska, taking not only her eyes, but her life. When Nidhogg discovered that King Thornton had murdered his beloved, his fury was beyond reckoning. For all his strength, he could not master his own rage. It utterly consumed him. Dragons, men, we are all the same, slaves to our emotion, subservient to our hearts.
That's true enough.
Yet there are those who would seek another path, as I once did. I turned my back on my father and his quest for vengeance. Valiant Dragoon, by your strength was the Dragon-Song War ended, and by your compassion was a new alliance forged.
True enough.
Dekumon and I are living proof that we can live side by side. We shall speak the message of peace to man and dragon alike, and when we are gone, our descendants will do the same.
Damn.
Tell them of Nidhogg, his strength, his weakness, his love, his hate. Tell them the truth. Onkai, you wish to commemorate Nidhogg's passing, yes? As my father once enjoyed the fragrance of mist lilies, perhaps they would make a suitable offering. Oh, what a splendid idea. Thank you, Vonheim.
Mist lilies? Crap, I have to get my botanist out.
I have often seen such flowers blooming in Old Town. Follow me.
See, look, there's the nods I was expecting in the Heavensward setup. Why we got so few? All right, there's our little dragon buddy. Now, where are these mist lilies? Where are these mist lilies? Mist lilies, where are you? What the heck are these things? Ah! There you are. Boy, that was not easy to find. Okay, Orkai, I got the lilies.
So there were mist lilies here after all. Then it would appear that my memory served me correctly. A pity that the same cannot be said of my eyes. Oh, it is of no matter. There is one thing that concerns me, however. In your funerary rites, the offering of flowers and such occurs at a grave or place of significance, I believe. But where should we choose for Nidhogg?
Probably the Eyrie, you know, his nest.
Girabania. Yes, that could be considered his final resting place, if that was where you fought the primal born of his eyes. Although I must say, Dekumon, you seem rather adept at putting down dragons, and primals that resemble dragons. It makes me glad that we are not enemies. To matters at hand, then. I shall go on ahead and meet you in Girabania.
Huh. Oh, right, Shinryu, of course. I'd honestly forgotten that Shinryu was born from Ilberd and Nidhogg's eyes.
What a relief to have found him at last. I had become rather lost, you see.
Yeah, getting around here without flying's a bitch.
Perhaps we had best hurry on to the Royal Menagerie before I lose my way once again.
Ah, thankfully the weather cleared up for us. I don't have to do this in the rain.
Nidhogg, we are come to honor your memory. Though now we are here, I am at a loss for words. Dekumon, is there anything you wish to say?
What can I say? I only knew him after the guy had gone completely rage crazy. You will be remembered. Your legacy will live on in the songs of your people. That one makes more sense for dragons. From a distant star, a father bore 7 eggs. Great worms rose forth, powerful and wise. On blackened wings, one soared on high with a roar that set the world a tremble. Guarding their home in their father's stead, he was fearsome, yet just. Damn. Men, wicked in vain, betrayed the worm and his kin, slaying his beloved and plucking out his eyes. Thenceforth he lived only for vengeance, his wrath irrepressible. 1,000 years hence, 2 champions of mankind were granted great strength by the stolen eyes. Destined were they to face the worm, who had risen once more to wage war on his sworn enemy. At the end of their struggle, the wayward sun fell silent. I love how it puts me in Dragoon, like, artifact armor, too, for this. These guardians and their comrades continued to watch over the star, their heroic deeds recounted by minstrels and storytellers far and wide. Even the ancient foe from which the father of dragons once fled could not withstand their might. That's true, that's true! Because they ran away from Omega, and we took care of that in this storyline. That's kind of a lovely little callback.
Dekumon, I am not blind to the sins Nidhogg committed. I mourn the loss of what he once was, what he may have become had he been dealt a kinder fate. Although this was but a small gesture, I am sure that our thoughts have reached him.
Probably. You know, through us, considering I think, you know, a bit of him still lives in us, and a bigger bit lives in Estinian.
I have much to ponder on the return journey, and I expect that Albrecht will wish to hear what we have learned from Vorheim. Perhaps you could visit him in Krathus.
Suppose I could. I imagine that's where the end of this quest is. Yep, no big surprise. Were you able to pay your respects? Yeah, I was. I see. This is the first time I have heard such a detailed account of King Thordan's acts. A betrayal in the moment, but a betrayal nonetheless. A pity he is far beyond the reach of justice. Though it may be hard to come to terms with the crimes of our forebears, we must accept the past for what it is. Of course, I shall be sharing this information with the rest of the Temple Knights. No doubt they will be keen to speak with other members of Nidhogg's brood to verify this version of events. In the meantime, there is still much to be done in building relations between man and dragon. We will aim to follow the example set by you and Orn Kai, and work together for the good of all. May the Fury guide you both. And there we are. The Dragoon quest line falls silent at this point. Well, that's gonna be it for this one. Do I continue this little series, or do I take a break and play something else? I'll have to figure that out. But for the meantime, if you have enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean job listings. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.